Hi everybody, welcome. So today I have another skincare video for you and I'm going to be comparing three different exfoliating masks. So I have the Herbivore Prism exfoliating mask, I have the ordinary AHA 30%, BHA 2% peeling solution, and then I also have the Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari Baby Facial. So all of these masks are designed to provide chemical exfoliation. They're supposed to help kind of improve your skin's tone, texture, radiance, things like that. But these vary kind of all over the place in terms of price. So I'm going to walk you through my thoughts on each of these today and let you know which ones worked and which ones didn't and which ones are worth the price. So like I said, all of these masks are designed to do sort of the same thing, but they do have varying levels and formulations of acid in them. So I'm going to start with the lowest and work my way up to the most intense. So the lowest in terms of strength is the Herbivore Prism mask. So this has 20% AHA, 5% BHA. This is 1.7 ounces and it costs $58. As far as the main ingredients in here, this is formulated with bilberry lactic acid. It says it's a natural AHA to gently exfoliate and reduce the appearance of hyperpigmentation. It has sugar glycolic and malic acids, which are natural AHAs to visibly improve skin tone and texture. And then for the BHA, it has willow bark, which again is natural BHA to clarify and tone. And then you've also got aloe and rose water in here, which says is a duo of soothing botanical waters to calm and hydrate the skin. In the interest of keeping this video simple and straightforward, I will just go ahead and say I don't really like this one. I think in comparison to the other two, this just doesn't really do much for me. I am a very experienced chemical peeler. I get professional chemical peels. I use products like this on my skin all the time, so I like to think my skin is a little bit more conditioned to things like this. And because of that, I think this was just too gentle for my liking. It did make my skin feel really soft and smooth, but I didn't really notice anything in terms of increased radiance or improvement in texture, anything like that. If anything, I felt like after I took this off, my skin just looked a little bit more dehydrated than it normally does. But like I said, I don't really feel like this does much for me aside from actually making my face feel smoother to the touch. As far as the use of this product goes, it does tingle and burn a little bit when you put it on your skin, which is to be expected with a product like this. It's not anything super intense though. I'd say it's maybe a 4 or a 5 on a scale of 10, and it subsides pretty quickly, so it's really only reactive on your skin for the first minute or two, and then it calms down and it's pretty comfortable to wear. I think the thing that I like least about this product is the packaging. Whosever idea it was to put a liquid face mask like this inside of a jar, I don't know, terrible idea. I'll try to show you, but this, the first time that I used it, I actually spilled out a lot of product because I didn't realize how liquidy this was. It's literally like water, maybe a little bit thicker, but it's super runny. And so the fact that it's just in this big jar, I don't understand. I think that this needs to be in a bottle with a dropper. Like I said, I wasted a lot of product because I didn't realize when I opened it that the consistency was going to be like this, and I had it tilted, and I was trying to get the white, there's a white kind of plastic cap that goes on top of here. I was trying to get that off, and I ended up pulling it off, and again, just splashing product everywhere. So I hate this. I don't think it's functional at all. I don't know why they decided to do this, but just know that that is the consistency, so be very careful when using this not to waste any product and spill any out. While I don't really like this mask for my skin, I do think that this would be a good option for somebody who has extra sensitive skin, or maybe somebody who hasn't had chemical peels or used products like this in the past. This might be a good place to start as it is the gentlest of the three. But again, if you're somebody like me who has experience using these kinds of products and you want something that's a little bit more intense, I would pass on this one. Okay, so moving on to Drunk Elephant. Again, this is the Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari Baby Facial, and this is kind of right in the middle of the other two in terms of intensity. So this has 25% AHA and 2% BHA, and it also has chickpea flour in it. This one is actually one that I like and that I have used the full size of in the past. It was about a year ago that I finished my full size of this product, and because of the price, I just haven't been able to bring myself to buy the full size again, so this is the mini, but the full size of this is 1.69 ounces, and it is $80. So this one does have different ingredients in it than the Prism, and it says this one features a blend of glycolic, tartaric, lactic, citrus, and salicylic acids. And it says this pro quality formula dramatically smooths texture while minimizing the look of pores, fine lines, and wrinkles. Like I said, I have used this quite a bit in the past, and so I knew that I was going to like it. The thing that I like most about this one in comparison to the other is that because it has I think it's the chickpea flour in here, it has just a little bit of physical exfoliation as well. So when you put it on your face, you're getting the chemical exfoliation, but it's just the slightest bit gritty. So you get just a little bit of gentle physical exfoliation with this as well. As far as the use on this one, I would say it is pretty similar to the Prism mask, just in terms of how it feels on your skin. Again, it's relatively gentle. It doesn't burn too much, but it is going to be reactive on your skin. It's going to tingle a little bit and feel a little bit warm. But again, I would say probably around like a 4 or 5 on a scale of 10, and it does subside like the other one within just a couple of minutes. So it's not super uncomfortable to use and to leave on your skin. As far as the results go, this one again does make my skin feel super soft when I'm done using it, and I do think it does a little bit better job of the Prism than actually providing kind of that radiance that you're looking for. I feel like my skin is generally a little bit more glowy after I get done using this than kind of like dehydrated looking like it was with the Prism. I also feel like this one does a little bit more for blemishes. I've noticed a difference. Not in using it once, but if you use something like this consistently, I have noticed this does a little bit better job of actually targeting some of the blemishes that I have and reducing those. So I do think this one is kind of, like I said, a step up from the Prism. I do find myself reaching for the Drunk Elephant over the Prism, so I'd probably have to say that I like the Drunk Elephant a little bit better. Last but not least, we have the Ordinary 30% AHA, 2% BHA peeling solution. So this one again has 30% AHA, and the AHAs in here are, we've got glycolic, lactic, tartaric, and citric acid, so the same as Drunk Elephant. And then for the BHA, this has salicylic acid in it. With this one, you get 1 ounce, and it is $7.20. If I'm being completely honest, it took me a really long time to actually try this product because of the price. And I know that sounds really weird, but this is super strong. Like at 30% AHA, this is intense. And given the price, I always sort of questioned the quality of the ingredients that they're putting in here. And because it is so intense, I want to make sure that I'm putting good quality ingredients on my face and that I'm not going to have some kind of weird adverse reaction. I'm well aware that my logic here might be irrational. I mean, for all I know, they could be using the same kind of quality ingredients that Drunk Elephant is using, but Drunk Elephant is just charging like 50 times more. I have no idea. And that's also not to say that I haven't used some very expensive products in the past that have been complete crap. So I'm trying not to judge it too much based on the price, but again, with how intense this is, I do question the quality of the ingredients that they're putting in here if they're only charging $7 for it. Because I was kind of weirded out by it, I did end up doing some research, and what I found, this is kind of the claims of The Ordinary. So it says, The Ordinary is an evolving collection of treatments offering familiar, effective clinical technologies positioned to raise pricing and communication integrity in skincare. So basically, I guess I take that to mean they are trying to formulate good quality products and are drawing awareness to the fact that they don't have to cost you $80 to work. So if anybody has any additional insight on, The Ordinary and the pricing there or thoughts behind it, I couldn't find too much. But again, if you have any other insight for me, let me know because I am still kind of curious about it. All of that aside, I do really like this product. It is very intense, and this gives me the results that I'm looking for from a product like this. Please know that this is not something that I would recommend to anybody who has sensitive skin or for somebody who hasn't used products like this in the past. I think that it may be too intense to start with, so just keep that in mind. At 30% AHA, I think this is probably the strongest non-professional treatment that I've ever put on my skin. So this is definitely the most uncomfortable of the three to use, which I expected. The first time that I used this, it actually burned pretty bad. Like, it was quite uncomfortable and I couldn't keep it on my skin for very long. I'm not sure if I've started to build up a tolerance to it or what, but it's not quite so bad anymore. It still does tingle quite a bit. I'd say probably a 7 on a scale of 10, but certainly not as bad as the first time that I used it. I actually can't use this for the full 10 minutes. It says that you can use this for between 5 and 10 minutes, and I usually find myself taking this off at right around the 8-minute mark just because it is that intense. So just know, if you are looking for a more relaxing facial experience, this product is not it. However, all of that being said, this product does deliver in terms of results. I love the way that my skin feels after I use this. Like the other two, it makes my skin feel super soft and super smooth. I do feel like my skin is a little bit dehydrated after I take this off, which is to be expected because it is so intense. But after I apply moisturizer and when I wake up the next morning, I do feel like my skin is bright and it's radiant. And I also think this does a good job of targeting breakouts. So this is going to be a little bit gross. If you don't want to hear it, skip ahead. But before I used this, one of the times that I used it, I had some blackheads on the side of my nose. And this didn't like dissolve the blackheads or get rid of them, but after I was done, I used an extraction tool to extract the blackheads on my nose, and I barely even had to push down and they all just kind of like popped out. So I can tell that this is working its way into my pores and actually doing stuff. The other thing that I was worried about with this product, again, just because of the intensity, was I was afraid that a couple of days after using this, I was going to experience like excessive dryness or flaking. That usually happens to me when I use products that are like too intense for my skin, or when I use retinol. It's usually like a day or two later and then my skin gets really dry and flaky. I was fully expecting that to happen with this product, but it hasn't yet. I've used this a handful of times now and that has not happened to me, so I don't have any issues with excessive dryness or anything like that after I use this. Like I've said, this is definitely my favorite out of the three, especially for the price. I just don't think that you can beat it. However, like I did also mention, I don't know if this would be the best option for somebody with sensitive skin or for a beginner. But if you are looking for something gentler, then again, my second choice would probably be the Drunk Elephant and then the Herbivore Prism. For anybody who's looking for something that's a bit more clean or just extra gentle, this would probably be the way to go. All right, you guys, I'm going to end the video there. I think that I covered all of the basics with these products, but if there was anything I missed or any other specific questions you have for me about any of them, leave it for me in the comments down below. If you've used any of these, I would also love to know your thoughts, especially on the Ordinary. Just because of the intensity of this, I'm curious how other people's skin has reacted. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel down below. I would really appreciate it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.